Good morning, guys. What's up? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you like that early in the morning. It's another day, and I'm headed to my accent lesson with Claudette. And before I go, I'm gonna get her some coffee because she needs coffee all the time when she works. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Oh my God, people are looking at me. I feel weird. You know, sometimes I like the way I order coffee. I always say, "We'll take." And people look at me like, crazy bitch, it's only you, there's no we here. But the reason I say we is because, you know, I buy it for myself and somebody else. We'll take a mocha, please. Crazy bitch. Yo, what up everybody? I'm here. I wished earlier. Yeah, I opened the show in my car and I'm here with Claudette. She looks beautiful today. Look at her.
Oh, I'm just turning off my Bluetooth, but wait a second. It's another new dress.
Yes, and look at her face, and she's gorgeous.
Makeup never hurts.
Alright you guys, right now we are learning how to use words that end on the same sound and the next word starts with the same sound. For example, we have Claudette writing on the board, anyone need. So when we started this, I was saying, let me try it, I was saying, does anyone need...
No, you were saying, does anyone need...
Does anyone... I was just linking it all together. Does anyone need the knowledge? What was I doing? Now that I've learned the proper way.
You were too light on the final, on this end and then this one. Because I have two ends together, I could write this as this. It's the same sound. In America, the number one, and I won something, we pronounce it exactly the same. And Canada as well, you're not any different. So, that's some...
Yeah, Canadians recognize.
Yes. Alright, so when I have two ends together like this, you have to really stress it so I know that one ended and one began without stopping. So I don't want one need, it has to be one need.
Does anyone need?
Exactly.
Instead of, does anyone need? Or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah,
does anyone need the knowledge?
Right.
Really, you people? Does anyone need the knowledge? Blah, blah, blah.
So again, these are sound. You have to put sound. You have to put your voice on these. So gig-gargled. Gig-gargled.
Gig-gargled.
As opposed to gig-gargled.
No gig gargled, but it's gig gargled.
Exactly.
It's almost like last week we were learning got dogs, so you have to separate the two. It's not got dogs, it's got dogs.
Exactly. So the voice continues, the vocal cords continue, so you don't say gig gargled or Bob bobbed for apples or anyone need. Anyone need, Bob bobbed for apples, gig gargled.
You got that? Okay then.
Got that.
You got that?
We're going to spend time on that short
You got that?
On and off.
You got that? And the other problem I'm having today is on. On the table, on the floor. I say on the table, on the floor. It's very short, so I have to make it longer or open up my mouth a little more. And I have to say on the table, on the floor.
Off the sofa.
Off the sofa.
So we were talking about Olga using her short A sounds, as in cat, hat. And very often Olga replaces a with eh, which to us, to an American, it will sound like a short E.
And today we had this sentence where I had to say Dan drove the black tank. And there's the different sounds that we're saying. Dan drove the black tank, and I was like, oh my God, I'm all over the place. So then I tried to relax a little bit and speak from the inside of my throat in a way. Dan drove the black tank.
Exactly, rather than Dan drove the black tank.
Black tank, yeah. So and I'm like, oh, you just have to relax a little bit and open your mouth and black tank. Dan drove the black tank.
It's a much more beautiful camera on me, please.
I love her.
It's a prettier sound, this ah sound rather than the ah.
Yeah.
Though in truth, most Americans will, and Canadians, you're not exempt, use these too. So it could be Dan, and it also can be Dan. Got to mention this. Okay, I was watching the news last night. This is just killing me. I already erased it.
Yeah.
I was watching the news. I won't say who was saying the news, but this guy on the news. He was talking about something that was important, and it was somewhat important, and the word he used was quasi-important, as in somewhat important. And I'm curious, please, comments.
Yeah.
I want to know who says quasi instead of quasi.
So leave it in the comments below.
Okay, and I have to correct you because you say this a lot.
Yeah.
Here's what she said, right? Leave it in the comments below. And I'm hearing comments, and I don't know what a comment is.
Comments.
Comment. Leave it in the comments. So if you spend more time on that leave it in the comments below.
All right. Leave it in the comments below.
Nice.
And tell us how you pronounce quasi. Pronounce quasi.
Quasi,
And
quasi.
And she corrects me all the time when I make these videos, so don't get frustrated. I ask her to do that.
Yeah, she really likes it. I know some of you think I'm completely annoying. Cute, but completely annoying, and it's what I do.
Yeah. And the other funny thing is, anytime I tell her a story, it takes me 5 hours because she has to stop me every time because I ask her
I have to what you?
Stop me.
Stop me.
Stop me all of the time and correct my sound, so I'm constantly like, rah, rah, rah. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay guys, my last thing that I've learned today is how to say my name. And here it goes. I say Olga Kay.
No, you don't.
No, I say, this is how I say it. My name is Olga Kay. That's how I say it. But my name is Olga Kay.
Yes, she used to say Olga, and she used to make it a short O. But in America, they wouldn't know what Olga is, so she has to change her name. I know it's awful. I know it's sad. But now we're going for Olga. Olga Kay.
So, my name is Olga Kay, and thank you so much for joining me. And you can find Claudette on her website, ClaudetteRoche.com.
Well, yeah, that'll transfer you to me, but it's also the act.
Oh, the.
Can I have the camera on me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
I've got a new dress on and everything. TheAccentCoach.com. Did you notice I used all my T's? TheAccentCoach.com.
Yeah, it's breaking my ears.
I know, it's annoying, isn't it? Isn't it?
Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Moosh.
And do the moosh face.
What's the moosh face?
Claudette.
Uh-oh. Moosh.
That's not a moosh face.
What's a moosh face?
It's like this with 2 hands.
I never did that. Moosh. Is that it?
Yes.
Moosh.
I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Moosh. I mean, I'll see you tomorrow. Moosh.